Hey guys, what's up? It's ReligionWinked TV you're watching, and I'm your host, Drew L. Murray. And you guys know my spiritual ears stay. Alright, guys, so this is just a random video. Hey, Facebook, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Hi, IG. I will stream this over to you when I'm done, sometime later on today. But, guys, I just basically wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about Breonna Taylor and how the police officers involved with her death, her murder, have been set free. And the question I want to ask you guys is, and you can answer along through the video, after the video. Thank you for showing up, whatever. No disrespect to the family. God bless you all. But my question to you all, did the settlement, the $12 million settlement, bring about the police being let go, not being charged? Sometimes we don't know what kind of deals are being made behind the scenes, and we get into like this big outrage or whatever. They didn't get arrested, they just gave this family $12 million. That's not worth her life. A lot of us reasonable people could not understand why they took the $12 million and took it so fast, and not get the justice. See, the Bible says money answer all things, but I disagree with that. $12 million do not answer the fact that back on March 13th, they went to her residence allegedly, and I'm going to give you some commentary in a minute. Allegedly at for a drug raid, looking for her ex-boyfriend while she's laying in the bed with her new boyfriend, um, who was in police custody. He was in jail, right, guys? So this big thing happened on March 13th, and I remember that was my last day working due to COVID, one of my part-time jobs. And I remember hearing about it, but it was a little hush hush. There was nothing done. We basically had Oprah come out putting up billboards. We had Cardi B shouting out Breonna. Basically, the police are trying to attach her to this whole drug ring that her ex-boyfriend was involved with. I'm just giving you little bits and pieces going along, and hopefully the report I'm going to read from ties it all together. But I guess there was some activity going on. There was a 40 page document that came out accusing her of being involved with drugs and a part of a drug ring. There was something to the effect that she had rented a car for her ex-boyfriend, and basically there was a dead body found in the vehicle. There was reports of receipts being in the car of her renting this vehicle, reports of her picking up money allegedly, and things of that nature, right? So I really don't want to go back in all the details. I'm just telling you briefly what I can pull together. What I want to ask you guys is, did they take the $12 million and with some deal behind the scenes that we don't know that allowed these police to get off? Because I feel if they didn't take the $12 million and fought for justice, they may have seen the police officer go to jail. So my question is basically in this video, I think them taking a settlement may have set the captors free. And what I mean by captors, the police, white supremacy, the whole ideology that you can kill somebody and offer money for it is disgusting to me. But some people go along with that. I'm not accusing the family of that, but I know a little bit about the law and about the courtroom and about deals being made. And some people will take the money and try to make the case go away. And in doing so, these bastards get off free, scot free. So it's like, what do you think? Do you think that possibly she could have gotten justice? Could this sign behind her, Louisville, have done her more justice? Also, reports say that basically, um, also reports are saying that basically her ex-boyfriend was offered a deal to sign statements on her saying that she was allegedly involved in this drug ring. And immediately when I pulled up the report that, I wanted to see what happened with the police officers, it basically says here, off the cuff, off the riff, off the top, a Kentucky grand jury brought no charges against Louisville police for the killing of Breonna Taylor during a drug raid gone wrong, with prosecutors saying Wednesday that two officers who fired their weapons at a black woman. Now we all know she black. Look at white media now. We're gonna break this down a little something, okay? Were justified in using force to protect themselves. Immediately, they want to attach the murder of Breonna Taylor to a drug raid gone wrong, steady putting this alleged stigma on her. Now, like I was talking with my daughter and we were saying, like, this woman allegedly back in January, she had broke up with her ex-boyfriend. By March, she was with a new boyfriend. This guy Kenneth, I don't know his last name, but he had a firearm. He was licensed. He actually put out a lawsuit on the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department, I believe. I don't know what his results were there, but I said, you know what? Realistically, a lot of women have done this, you all. A lot of women have left one man, got with another man, but still had dealings with their ex. And if that ex was doing drugs, you probably may have rented a car. Hopefully no dead body was found in it. You probably went to the trap house. You probably picked up drugs, took it there, took the money and put it somewhere else, while yet you getting it on in a relationship with this new guy. It's possible, y'all. I'm not saying that Breonna Taylor is involved with any drug ring whatsoever. What I'm saying is, it's possible that women would still probably have some dealings with their ex, especially if that kind of money was involved. And if it's this much controversy about drugs being around and her ex-boyfriend being involved with all of these drugs and charges and arrests in the past and things like that, there may be some truth that she might been involved. Now, I'm not here to judge her. What I'm here to do is give you guys this report and ask you if the settlement that her family have taken may have, not to mention her boyfriend as well, her current boyfriend Kenneth, he has a lawsuit as well. Does this money, and like I said, I don't want to overspeak or speak wrong. I don't know how much money his settlement was for, if he got settled, if his settlement came in with the $12 million. I'm not really sure. But I know money do not answer all things, like the Bible says. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up. I believe it's Ecclesiastes. Bear with me, guys. And I'm not gonna stay here long. I'm gonna give you the rest of this report. And basically I'm giving you my commentary along the way. I think it's BS. I think the family may have taken the money way too soon. And by them settling first gives the court system the opportunity to come behind and free the police, the captors of the land, the police of the land, white supremacy, police brutality, wrongful death, and things of that nature. So let me see. Actually, now I have a report here that says about 8 days ago, Breonna Taylor's family received $12 million, a settlement from Louisville. In the aftermath of a botched police raid in which Miss Taylor was killed, the city also agreed to institute changes amid preventing future deaths by officers. And I'm telling you, right now is a reason to withhold your vote. If you guys are so angry, take it out on the polls. These people who you are going to go out and vote for, they don't even have the decency to say, I don't care whether they took the 12 million or not. These officers need to be in police custody. Not Biden is saying that, nor is Trump saying it, that I know of. It's all an agenda for them to continue to oppress Black people. And I have to say this. Black people, we are so hungry and thirsty, not just for money. Hell, let's say it, for money, okay? And in this family, she was dating a man real connected to a drug ring, okay? Real connected to the streets. That's money. Whether you ball and making the right decisions with it or not, that's money. And we as Black people, they couldn't hold out to the end of the year. They couldn't hold out until they said, no. Before I take any money, I want to see these people arrested, and then we'll talk dollars. But because they talked dollars first and settled, this gave the courts the opportunity to come behind and smack everybody in our face and say, well, we're not going to arrest the officers. They settled at a court. As if it's a choice, right? That's how I know the law is so screwed up. And that's how I know the people being abused by the law, which polices law, y'all don't know the law in order to fight back on them. Y'all don't have patience to sit some things out. Like this 2020 election. Have patience to sit it out and see that it falls. I'm just dying to see that in my spirit. The white supremacy of how Cardi B say it? Politics. The white supremacy of politics here in America is basically destroying us, people. And y'all steady saying, go vote. Who you gonna vote for? The lesser of two evils? And why vote for evil, period, when you don't have to? When evil keep allowing young women, you see I didn't say Black women, right? She's a young woman, but this article always referred to as white media, always put the adjective Black on us. And I broke down what ebony and ivory really means. Y'all gotta go watch that video and how they be gaslighting us with this word Black. It's an intimidation tactic. Stereotyping us. Something they are, if you break down the word Black. Blanc in the old English means pale face. Y'all better get with it, but this is what these people do. So let me see if I can find that one Bible verse for y'all. Because everybody said money answers all things. No, it don't. Money answers all things in the Bible. Ecclesiastes 10:19. I'll be saying 9:10. Not 9, chapter 9, verse 10. It's actually 19:10. A feast is prepared for laughter, and wine makes us merry. And it goes on to say, but money answereth all things. Do you think Solomon was smoking that weed they said was found on his grave? When he said that, because he was by far the richest in the land, right? In his time, and probably still to this day. But Solomon said, let me read that to you one more time. One more time. And money can't answer this, people. Money can't fix molestation. Money can't fix pedophilia. Money can't fix broken-hearted, broken spirits, wicked minds, bad behavior. loss of life. But this is what the Bible says. That's why God has me over here teaching you guys the Bible so we can make sense of it. If money can answer all things, tell them to print the money that we need from the Federal Reserves and let us be on our damn way. Instead of making us vote for them with hopes they're going to give us something in return, and all they've been giving us is murder. Death, kill. 187, right? Ain't that murder, death, kill? Yeah, because the Bible is kill, still destroy. The world said murder, death, kill, right? Yeah, okay. So it's right here, Ecclesiastes. You go read that verse for yourself and tell me the money you have, why is it not answering your problems? No disrespect to my ancestor Solomon, but some people put their hands on this Bible and clearly don't want it to make sense to some people. But thank God it has to make sense to me in order for me to be over here teaching it and preaching it. I'm not going to teach it the way the Bible says it because money do not answer all things. $12 million is not going to take away the fact that the police got away with murdering somebody. On the heels of election? That's right up their alley. What the Taylor family could have done for me and for many of us is say, no, I'm going to put the backs of my people on me. I'm going to do something other than protest. Protest the election. Don't just stand in the street protesting for no reason. Protest white supremacy, oppression, slavery. But you got to be strong and patient in doing so. You can't be in a rush to settle just because they dangle the money in front of your face. So I just want to know, and I'm going to go ahead and end it here real soon. I'm going to read a couple of more paragraphs, and I'm going to put this article that I'm reading from. Oh, it looks like the, hold on. It's by Dylan Loven and Piper Hudspeth Blackburn, and they just did this 32 minutes ago. Hot off the look like Associated Press. I believe AP with the red line is Associated Press. But hot. All right, so listen. I told you immediately when they wrote this article, they immediately want to attach Breonna Taylor to a drug ring. Louisville, Kentucky. A grand jury brought no charges against Louisville police for the killing of Breonna Taylor during a drug raid gone wrong, with prosecutors saying Wednesday that two officers who fired their weapons at a black woman were justified in using force to protect themselves. So basically, I am going to jump down and read this last little piece to you and then go back up. Now, they said everything was justified. Basically, the people writing this article says this story has been updated to clarify that, according to the investigations, officers did not execute the warrant as a no-knock warrant. Not that they didn't use a no-knock warrant, whatever the freak that hell means. I believe in Louisville, Kentucky, there's such a thing as a no-knock warrant or something, but it's saying here officers did not execute the warrant as such. They went there assumingly, allegedly having a warrant, but it wasn't this said no-knock warrant, okay? So now back up to the top, because they love to justify their lies. They love to justify murder of black women, people, period. The only charges brought by the grand jury were 3 counts of wanton endangerment against fired officer Brett Hankinson for shooting into Taylor's neighbor's home during the raid on the night of March 13th. The FBI is still investigating potential violations of federal law in the case. The only charges brought by the grand jury were 3 counts of wanton endangerment. Has nothing to do with Breonna Taylor. Is that possibly because they settled with that money? But see, the people next door, the neighbor who did not settle for any money, people, right? Listen to me here. Charges was brought up on this officer because he fired into their house, into Taylor's neighbor's home during the raid. Okay? 3 counts of wanton endangerment. He could have murdered somebody in that house. Bullets don't have names. And the trajectory of the bullet, once it's fired, anybody can get it. And these police know this, or do they? When they get in a situation like this, oh, honey, baby, and their hormones raging, anxiety is on the rise, they lose it. And they lost it this day. But the article is telling you here, Breonna Taylor, no way, in no shape and form did this officer, Brett Hankinson, get charged for anything related to her murder. Not even destroying the door for breaking it in. Not nothing. Leaving bullet holes all over the place, dead body, because this was some kind of hit, the streets and reports were saying. Like, these police went there after and then left. That's not routine police duty. If you go there to raid and you realize you're at the wrong house and you realize the target is not the right person, and then somebody's dead on top of that, you don't leave the scene of a crime. They're not even charged with leaving the scene of a crime. But that $12 million is circulating and has been settled. Does it have anything to do with these cops getting off? So let's read a little bit more what old Ben Crump, a lawyer for Taylor's family, had to say. Denounced the decision as outrageous and offensive. Is this the same attorney that settled with the money? And maybe not, because who knows? Maybe this is the attorney that's just in the courtroom. Maybe the attorney that settled the money is not the attorney for the courtroom, because Ben seems to be outrageous. He says this decision needs to be denounced as outrageous and offensive, quote unquote. And protesters shouting, "No justice, no peace," began marching through the streets. Some sat quietly and wept. Later, scuffles broke out between police and protesters, and some were arrested. See all that scuffling? You wouldn't have to scuffle if you take your little happy ass home, begin to social distance away from the polls, and tell these people, we ain't playing with you no more. We are not target practice anymore. And begin to see real change, people. We going about it wrong. And sometimes when they dangle money in your face, you may have went about it wrong, people. Because the Taylor family got money, no charges, no Breonna. The neighbors got charges. And if they want to, they can go sue the police department as well. See how that go? But when you settle, that's why I said, Black people, we got to get back to God immediately. Immediately. So anyway, let me get a sip of this coffee. Let me take a break. Let me see who's watching, listening. I appreciate everybody that is present, that will watch the replay. Thank you so much. So let me go ahead and finish up this right now. And again, shout out to the Taylor family. Shout out to her boyfriend, Kenneth. It basically goes on to say Taylor and then, let me do this while I can. Let me put this link in the chat. Let me go ahead and do that, guys. Okay, so Breonna Taylor, cops, get off. Y'all go ahead and read that for yourselves, all right? There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, so now back to the article. So Taylor, an emergency medical worker who probably did a lot of great servitude in her city. I know essential workers, people in the medical industry, people in EMT, police. I mean, yeah, you do great servitude. She was shot multiple times by officers who entered her home on a no-knock warrant during a narcotics investigation. So obviously, reports said earlier that they were watching her ex-boyfriend and he was under surveillance. Wouldn't they have known he didn't live with Breonna Taylor? Wouldn't they have known a known address? So it basically goes on to say that the warrant used to search her home was connected to a suspect who did not live there. So that warrant should be null and void, period, right? And no drugs were found inside. So even when they went there looking for a dude, her ex-boyfriend, drugs, money, and all this stuff, none of that was found there. But they steady would want to allegedly disgrace this young lady and say she was tied to this whole drug ring. To the point where they would ask her ex-boyfriend to sign statements on her saying she was involved in the drug ring so that they can justify her murder. With this no-knock search warrant that was specifically for somebody else and not Breonna Taylor. So it goes on to say the warrant used to search her home was connected to a suspect who did not live there and no drugs were found inside. Were any found outside? See, when you write and you just got to say no drugs was found there. When you say inside, it leaves the mind open to think that they may have been found outside, The use of a no-knock warrant has since been banned by Louisville's Metro Council. And I'm telling you, people, the police departments, the government, all of that need to be restructured. And the way you get their attention is not to go vote. You tell them, look, all of y'all need to sit down and revise all of y'all laws. We're not supporting this anymore. We don't want to be a part of it anymore. We're not your scapegoat anymore. We're not going to be abused by you and then be used by you when it comes to elections. When it comes to you needing the greater majority of Black people to uphold you. Because without us, there'd be no election. Not any to talk about. And the headlines would read, oh my God, in America, the Black people did not show up to the polls. What is white America going to do with this? About this? What can they do? Begin to act civil? Begin to act sane? And begin to act, what I want to say, sinless? Because they so full of sin right now. It's ridiculous. So it goes on to say, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. The announcement of the charges drew immediate sadness, frustration, and anger that the grand jury did not go further. The wanton endangerment charges each carry a sentence of up to 5 years, possibly going to be rolled together, run concurrent, mean simultaneously. Probably reduce time after that, make it probation. So you guys let me know if the $12 million may have got Brent Hackinson off of charges when it comes to Breonna Taylor. He got charged for the neighbor who didn't settle for any money. I just want to make that point, okay? Be very clear about that. So it goes on to say, quote, justice has not been served, tweeted Linda Sassauer of Until Freedom, a group that has pushed for charges in this case. Again, you got people out here fighting for charges, but nobody's looking at the bigger picture. If you want anything done from America and by America and its government, you have to begin to grab them by the balls and bring them down to their knees. They're so high stuck on white supremacy that they don't believe they can be brought down to their knees. And the last person they think would bring them down is the black people, because you've been so accustomed to catering to them and lifting them up on these pedestals for 500 years, afraid they're going to kill you, and they're killing you anyway. Some of us may have to lose our life in order to get the attention of these people and make them do right by this country. Whether they want to do right by us or not, do right by this country or don't do at all. So, again, all right, this is it. It's almost like a slap in the face, and I told y'all that. The 15-year-old said by phone, if I, as a black woman, ever need justice, I will never get it. And this is a quote from a black woman, from a young woman. I guess this is Morgan Juliana Lee, a high school student in Charlotte, North Carolina, watched the announcement at home. And she's a 15, 16-year-old young girl. It's almost like a slap in the face. And I said that at the beginning of this video. It's like a slap in the face to us that this man would get off charges. But is it a greater slap in the face to us that these people would take the $12 million without making these people also charge him? What would be greater to you, them being charged or the money? Obviously, he's not exempt from being charged. Brent Hackinson can be brought up on charges and should have been brought up on charges. But when $12 million is on the table, do those charges go away? Black people, family, Breonna Taylor lovers, and family supporters, please let me know what you think about this whole entire crazy situation, where I believe that the settlement may let this man go free. And I believe I proved my point in this video. Please, 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 please subscribe down below. Like my channel. Like this video. Share this video. And remember, you're watching ReligionWinked TV. And my spiritual ear, stay. All right, guys. So to my loyal fans, I will be not right back. I may just come back with an open panel later on. Your girl is tired, but we're working some things out. We coming up with a plan as far as housing go. But as far as, I have my notes here about the Messiah. I have one video to do to tell you about the generational. Well, no, it's tell you how he grow in stature. But it's from generation to generation, where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name. He begins to grow, right? So I'm going to do that video next, but not like immediately next. And then we're going to do the Messiah video and why they don't want the black light in the world, because we won't be ignorant anymore. And with that being said, I hope nobody in this whole Breonna Taylor situation has been ignorant to the fact that money may have got this police off where no charges are being brought up on it. And guys, let me know if this is the same lawyer that took the money and settled with the money. He should not be outraged, and it should not be offensive to him that this cop did not get charged. And again, like I said, if it was done in reverse, like the neighbor of Breonna Taylor, if it was done where the cop got charged, now they can go for damages and emotional distress and all that other stuff. You shut up my house, bro. Could have been the same thing with the family. You killed my daughter. Charge this man. Then I'm coming with the lawsuit. See, when you come with the lawsuit first, the charges, the lawsuit, the make this go away, all could be wrapped up in that $12 million. Y'all let me know what you think about this whole entire story. Hey, Nori B, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, guys, I'm going to end it here. Oh, no, you're not late, sweetie. You know I get on here. I'm sorry. I get on here talking. I wasn't staying long. I just want to ask if the $12 million may have made the charges for this police officer disappear. I just read a report to you all that the neighbor of Breonna Taylor, he was brought up on 3 charges of wanton endangerment. Fires was shot off, rounds was shot off in their house. So he's not exempt from being brought up on charges, but why wasn't he charged in Breonna's case? Is it because they settled for the $12 million and kind of made it all go away? Because the neighbor, they didn't get any money, but they got charges. And now if they want to go sue, they can as well. But in Breonna's case, it's like they got the money and nothing else is going to be done about it. So you guys let me know what you think down below. I am done. What are you saying? Hi, Nori. Never know proper justice ever. And I wanted to just come on and talk about it and share my thoughts. I think it was a really good live. I appreciate you guys showing up. That's the actual link in the live stream right there. I'm in a live chat where you can click on that link right there and actually read the report. The police officers got off, y'all. Well, Brett Hackinson, he got off. The one did the shooting. And again, I just want to know, did the money make the charges go away? And with that being said, oh, you said possibly yes. Absolutely, Nori. This is no disrespect to the family or Breonna Taylor, supporters. But I believe so. I believe the charges are wrapped up in that money. So for people to be outraged right now, I tell people, don't go vote. If you want to piss America off, shut the polls down. It's 2020. Black people stay home. And that will cause a rebellion. That will cause a revolution. That will be like, we're finally standing up to these people. But we out there protesting, fighting, going to jail for the wrong reasons. Not to say you don't want to support Breonna. How we support Breonna is by not going to the polls. Normally we would go to the polls, but who's at the polls to really go there for? Because like I said in the beginning of this video, y'all, Biden ain't saying lock his ass up. Trump ain't saying lock his ass up. So you got 2 people you're going to go vote for that don't even want Brett locked up because of Breonna Taylor's death. We got to stop them in their tracks somehow, people. Use this as an opportunity to sit this one out and see what these people, I just call it white supremacy, abusive police, oppression, slavery. It's all tied under the umbrella of white supremacy. Bring them to their knees. They're going to have to come begging, have to come crawling. Yeah, they might put up a fight and force us to do this, that, and the third. But I bet you more of us not going to the polls can force them to do more for us than they ever did. Because we always go along to get along just to belong. We don't have to do that no more. God has been speaking off of this channel through me, through people like me, letting y'all know that this is you have what you need right now, and that's the voice to say no. It would shock them It will do something we Americans never did. That's why people don't like me, because I am that evil Knievel kind of person, that daredevil. Like, I'd be ready to do it. I would really love to see what white America would do if 75 million people like Cardi B don't go to the polls and vote for them. She got 75 million people following her. If 75 million black people did not go to the polls, what would they do? They will have to give us something, or at least listen, or sit down at the table with some reasonable, sound-minded people. And I ain't talking about your current leaders, because it ain't been working for 500 years. They need to hear the truth. Yes, I'm not surprised. Absolutely. I wouldn't matter, Nori says. They choose what president they want. Absolutely, Nori. It's the lesser of two evils, and you don't have to vote for evil. They never going to give us reparation. They're starting here and there, but it's never going to satisfy, because, again, money can't answer all things. So no matter how much money they give us, just like in the Breonna Taylor case, it ain't going to bring back our ancestors. It ain't going to bring back the memories of police brutality, water hosing us down in the street, the whole mother sleeping with the son, buck breaking the men, irons on your neck, shackles on your feet. It ain't going to erase all of that. For a lot of people, that's still embedded in us. They can never go through this world from over in Israel, Africa. We was in Portugal, some of the tribes of Judah, over there in Spain, St. Thomas, West Africa, the islands of the sea, Americas. They cannot go back and trace the amount of damage and death that has been done to the black population. One, because every time they kill us off, like 25, 30 of us come back the same day. You know what I'm saying? We reproduce real fast. But they can't go back and tally up the hurt and the pain and the brutality they done to us. The amount of money America is in debt right now, y'all, that don't even, it's like, last I checked, it was 1723 something billion trillion dollars. That don't even equal up. And I tell America, until you even just give us that, what you're in debt, and that's why you're in debt, because you try to keep us in debt as black people, indebted to white supremacy. That's why America is in debt. And until America cut that damn check, it's going to forever be in debt. But you don't got to be there with it, people. We don't have to be there with it. I'm going to end this here, because this was really about Breonna Taylor. You know, I could go off into all kind of other stuff right now, but we don't have to be there with them. We can start to break away. Where are we going to go? Right here, but the playing field to be level now. Knock them off their throne. Who put them there? You. Because of the fear they put in us. But we could start to reverse that. And guys, Nori B, we learned this in the morning read, which we're going to start airing that again come October 2nd or 3rd. Yes, we got like 6 months of the Bible to finish. And then all of the Bible will be completely in the playlist come March 2nd, 2021. So with that being said, guys, this is what we do over here. We're not separating church and state no more for these people. We see exactly what they're doing. And what I saw when I realized that these cops got off, the Lord, my spirit, my inner man, my inner woman, my inner being said, well, maybe this cop got off because of the settlement. Maybe they settled too soon. Maybe they didn't settle for enough. See, the Bible says an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I always say a life for a life. And I'm not one to promote murder and kill, and I wouldn't be the one to kill anybody, but it's sad how they can keep getting away with this stuff. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. God bless you. You're watching me. Did you find a new place? This is the thing, Nori B. I may end up staying here. I haven't been able to find anything, but I went back to work on Monday. It's just a part-time job for now, but I pre-qualify for a mortgage. I'm trying to go into my own home or like a 3-family something. I'd rather leave from here and go out as a homeowner than just go out and rent again. So I may just go back through here, clean it all up, unbox everything, rearrange it, and stay here until I get ready to leave. Hopefully by June of next year, because it'll be 2 years then I'll be here. So I said I'd rather deal with the issues that was here, which the last 2 weeks he came in and fixed a lot of stuff. From the electricity to the leaky ceiling that was upstairs. Yeah, and I'll probably be able to use my dryer here. I'll finally be able to get my dryer downstairs. So it may work out for me to just stay here. All right, good if you have to stay there. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I said I'd rather just, wing it out here. It's comfortable, it's big enough. I'm used to it for the most part. But hopefully when I leave and when I'm ready to, I'll go into my own. All right, so Nori, thank you so much. Yep, hopefully you get your own blessed. Absolutely. How'd you move? Are you settled in already now? How's it going for you? All right, Nori, how is it going for you? Oh, Nori, I saw Duchess Kelly Love over on he was a judge last night over on Sir King's. He is funny. It was kind of cool. That's the kind of fun, that was missing. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. You're watching Religion Wing TV, and my spiritual ears stay. Thank you, everybody. Shalom. God bless you, and have a great evening. Nori, I may be back with an open panel, just to come back and chit chat. I have 2 videos to give you guys, but I want to take a break not take a break, but just kind of wind down this evening. I've been running and ripping back to work, so tomorrow when I get up, I'll bust out those 2 videos tomorrow, or I may even can combine it and make it one video. But I just want to come back and hang out and talk about YouTube and whatever else, just life in general. And so that I may do. All right, guys? Yes, thank God. I am relaxing now. That's what I want to do. Nori, I've been packed up since May, right? I just want to unpack my stuff. I've been showering and stuff. I want to set my bathrooms back up. I want to set my house back up. I am so uncomfortable. Let's see. I watched it last night too. It was amazing. It was fun. Duchess Kelly Love got personality for real. He funny. And I know you're a fan of him, so I just want to shout him out through you. All right, so to the 2 people watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Facebook, thank you very much. Guys, please watch this video. Share this video. Get the conversation going down in the comments, and I'll come down there and talk to you guys. Does the settlement of $12 million void charges on the police officer Brett Hackinson, who shot Breonna Taylor and killed her? By settling for the money, did that void out the charges? Let me know what you think down below, and I will be talking to you in the comments. Do ain't nothing like comfort. Honey, that's what I'm waiting to talk to my landlord, my current landlord. I'll see him Saturday. I'm going to be like, look, I've been here. I can't find nowhere. And there's really no reason for me to leave other than I wanted somewhere smaller. You know what I'm saying? My children moved out. But I'm like looking around here like, girl. And it's only $1,327 a month. So anywhere else might be more. He did cut the grass, so I do have access to my backyard. He was fronting while I was living here, so I was really uncomfortable. But I think I could work it. I think I'd rather unpack everything and stay here than move. So keep me in prayer. Thank you guys. Wow, that's a good price for a place in New York. Yep, it sure is. And like I said, it had its issues when I moved in. I said it was like a fixer-upper for him. It was for me. When I first moved in June of 2019, 2000, yeah, 19, because it's 20. I was like, oh, it got its issues or whatever. But then his dad had just passed away when I first moved in. His little baby was getting sick. He had to go to Puerto Rico. It was a lot of things coming up. And I was just sitting here trying to do some things myself, keep it up to par. And then, I made it home for the most part, but I really could do like change all the rooms out, change all the curtains, just change what was the living room to maybe the dining room, what was my upstairs bedroom, to something else, and just like make everything look like it's all brand new over again. So I'm not going to keep you too much longer. Thank you to the one person hanging in there. It's been 50 minutes and 48 seconds. I'm out. Shalom. Peace to you, baby girl Breonna. Peace to you and your family.